Not so many people.
Not so many people. Cows are in charge.
Yeah.
That's what's in the Scottish Parliament.
It's a secret
Yeah.
society of cows taking over the world. But I'd have to assume that's a purely practical manner.
Yeah.
We've got more pigs. Cows.
Cows,
Than
then
we have pigs.
Well, that
And
needs
pigs
to
are
be
much more fun when
progressed.
you fry them for breakfast
Yeah.
than milk.
Kill them first, please.
Well, generally, yeah.
Separate the meat.
I find it less noisy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're much more fun when you fry them for breakfast rather than milking them.
Yeah, milking a pig is not going to work. It's like milking a dog. What's going on there?
I don't know, I've never...
I've spent time recently with a cat that's just given birth.
Okay.
And big nipples.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
Okay.
they appear big. They don't have like sacs like boobs or udders. It's just sort of big nipples, but it's obviously going on inside, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so breast milk, you'd say no, but
not for fun,
but
purely
for the security and safety of your baby.
Yes.
Whereas
But then, to be fair, you know, this is obviously a hypothetical situation.
it's not. Cameron's pregnant.
In a purely hypothetical situation, you know, realistically, you have to assume there's not much I wouldn't do to ensure the safety of my baby.
That's true.
Because I'm
Oh, look at you.
feeling it.
You're going to be a good dad.
Well, one day, maybe.
You want to look after mine.
No, because now, officially, I'm allowed, from tomorrow, to be a dad. My mum has a rule that I'm not allowed to reproduce until she turns 50. And it's my mum's 50th birthday, sorry mum, tomorrow. And so now, tomorrow, the gates are unlocked and I'm legally allowed, I'm officially allowed by my family to reproduce
You're
now.
only 50?
Yeah.
You're 30? 30?
I'm 31 on Saturday.
Wow.
So yeah,
My mum's like
19.
64.
Is she?
Then again, Kendall's mum turned 50 in March. It's just my mum that left it a bit late.
I think it must be.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my mum was 19.
Wow. That's interesting.
Which now isn't even particularly young, if you think about the world today.
No, when you, yeah, like 13-year-old.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, so my mum's quite young and we're quite close because of that. But she's always had this rule that she's not allowed to be a grandparent until she turns 50.
Right.
And she turns 50 tomorrow. I have this horrible feeling that the world's going to change
yeah,
tomorrow.
I think that Italy would be a perfect place to conceive.
Do you?
I was conceived in Venice.
Were you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've always enjoyed telling me that. Bit sick.
I don't know how it was conceived, but I would assume it was Selby. Yeah, I don't know. Selby in the late 70s.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Boomtown.
Or it was in your parents' bedroom.
Don't be giving her ideas, because that means as soon as we get to Italy, my mum turns 50 and it'll be like, oh, your mum's 50, now we can have a baby!
Yes.
Baby!
Caroline, I hope you're ovulating.
I will kill Howard at some point, thank you for that.
Okay. Anyway,
But
so
yeah, that's our family rule.
that's family rule 50. So there's a nice little segment about tit milk and about population and Steve's family rule.
Oh, dear.
Da-da-da!
Yeah.
Steve,
Yes.
you ever been looking at any stories or out?
I was pointed towards something
Yeah.
by one of our regular listeners, John.
Good old John.
Exactly, regular listener, and along with at least one of his sons also listens.
Alright. Unfortunately, John's 12.
Yeah. This is the way the world
Why do I
works.
always
It's not
imagine
fair.
that? When you mention anyone, I always think, yeah, 11 and 12. Why do I imagine we're all listened to by children?
I really hope we're not listening to their children at all.
Massively
But,
inappropriate.
yeah. And pointed out that, was it last week, the week before? I don't know, I don't pay attention to these things.
No.
Celebrity chef, Heston Blumenthal,
Yeah.
made champagne with a soda stream.
Yeah.
Which is weird, and I'm fairly certain he didn't, because it has to have come from a certain part of France
Yeah.
to technically be champagne. What he actually made was fizzy wine.
Fizzy wine, yeah.
From like 99p Morrison's wine.
Mm.
He put it in a soda stream and passed it off as champagne to people. Because all people do is taste the bubbles and go, oh yeah, champagne,
Oh,
brilliant.
must be champagne, yeah.
Yeah. And it just got me thinking, because it was like, well, that's weird. I used to love my soda stream.
Did you, I
We
remember
did.
wanting one.
We did. And I remember we always bought, and my mum will kill me for this, but we always bought like the cheap cola one instead of buying Coca-Cola.
Right.
And it always bothered me, because I still now, I can't drink, you know, like Peter Case's Roller Cola or whatever, Panda Pops and things like that. I can't drink cheap colas. And I think it goes back to badly made soda stream colas, and it just, the link in my brain. I used to love the soda stream, it was the best thing ever.
Let me get this straight. It was basically a thing that injected carbon dioxide into juice.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, so you'd put like flat Coke,
Yeah.
and then jazz it up and make it all fizzy.
Pretty
That
much,
was
yeah.
it. That was it.
Yeah, it was a big sort of future.
tower
In the
of
80s, it was like a big futuristic looking
Yeah.
It's like, it looked a bit like the things that Doc Brown has on the back of his car when he reappears at the end of Back to the Future and throws a load of dead bananas into it. It looked like that. In fact, it probably was that, to be fair. But it was just this big grey thing with a massive canister of gas in the back.
Right.
And you put a glass bottle into it, which always freaked me out that it had to be a glass bottle, with some water, but you had to put you had to fizz the water before you put the flavouring in.
What?
Because if you put the flavouring in, it would explode.
Right.
I don't know whether that's one of those
So
myths.
they like fizzy water, then you add a flavour.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
kind
much.
of gist of it.
And so this celebrity chef guy, who, as far as I'm aware, has got a name for just making weird shit into food.
Yeah, he does sort of scientific food. Like he'll make sort of dry ice you can drink, or snow you can eat.
I've vaguely recall him having a big rant about Tesco chickens at Christmas.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And the fact that you can buy a chicken for £3 and blah blah blah.
And he jazzed up Little Chef, I think.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
He's like got a bald head, really serious, and glasses.
Oh,
He looks like he
okay.
sort of could be an evil Nazi scientist.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. They're all awesome, Steve.
That's just the man I want.
That's what we need more
That's what
of.
I need, like, messing with my food. Nazis. But yeah, he made this. He did this big taste test and passed off some fizzy wine, basically champagne, because nobody really knows what champagne tastes like. I'm in no position to talk. I don't drink, and I never have, so I don't really.
We've got a bottle of champagne in the fridge actually that someone bought for us that because neither of us drink, it's just sitting there.
It's just sort of sat there. Yeah.
I keep thinking, I love that.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Every one little sip, I'll be bloshed.
But yeah, it was one of those things, and it got me thinking that, what do you miss from your childhood? I mean, now that somebody said SodaStream, I went, yeah, I really miss my SodaStream.
Yeah.
But I don't, because, you know, the shop on the corner of my street sells decent fizzy pop.
Yeah.
Instead of
You don't have your own gas.
Yeah, instead of slightly crap pop that came out of the tap.
Gas in it,
Yeah,
what's this?
exactly, yeah. I can go buy a 40p bottle of lemonade without having to buy a big gas canister and then put a weird glass bottle in that I'm fairly certain is going to break at some point in my hand.
Yeah.
And really crap little lids that didn't really keep it fizzy. It was a bit shit, to be honest.
A bit of a novelty, wasn't it?
But I really like them. And I really like them because they're following us on Twitter.
Are they?
Which I really like, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to send us free stuff, that would be awesome.
Yeah, like a free SodaStream.
They were crap in the 80s, now they're amazing.
Oh yeah, I've heard really good things about SodaStream.
Absolutely, yeah, they're fantastic. But yeah, it got me thinking, and I was like, now that that's been mentioned, that made me think, do you know what, I do miss my SodaStream. And I do miss other things that I really wanted when I was a kid. And,
so like what?
you know, like I always wanted a Commodore 64.
Alright.
And I think my girlfriend Caroline commented on our Facebook about hers and a specific game, and I never got one.
Right.
And I was, you know, I was a very spoiled kid. I have no qualms about saying that. You know, I've got a big family. I was the firstborn. I was spoiled, fucking rotten.
Never.
Thanks everyone. That was awesome. But then, yeah, there were certain things like that. My mum never bought me a Millennium Falcon when I was a kid.
Alright.
I got every Star Wars toy under the sun in the early 80s, except the Millennium Falcon. And because I didn't get it, that was the one that I wanted. Never ever bought a Millennium Falcon. My mum did buy me one when I was 21.
Nice. Oh,
Which I sort of went, do you know what, Mum? That was awesome. Well done. You've made up for it. I'm not going to let you forget it. I was 21.
21, you threw it back in her
Yeah.
face, didn't you?
No,
I don't want it
I don't want
now.
it anymore. I wanted it when I was 7.
Surely next week, man, now.
I wanted it when I was 7, before you sold all my toys. But yeah, and that was one of the things I was wanting to Commodore 64, because it had certain games you could play that you couldn't play on any other computer.
64, did it have a tape deck or something?
I don't know, it's the thing, I never had one.
I had a Commodore Amiga in the early 90s.
At that point, the Amiga took over and became really good for games, because it had a built-in disk drive.
That's it.
It was the first ones to use proper solid,
Floppies,
hard floppy disks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I got those like papery BBC
Those horrible ones, yeah. But I miss those.
Yeah.
There were certain games, I remember one of my aunties had a BBC computer, and I used to go around to visit my cousins, and we'd forever sit and play Chucky Egg,
Chucky Egg.
which was very much like Mike Miner type game, where you